All right, welcome to day 25. Halfway there, rock to rock challenge. I got 25 more to go. What am I going to do? I have no idea. I want to talk a little bit about bringing some optimism to our front yards. And there's an old saying that says, friends don't let friends plant annuals. And that is true in the ground, but we plant annuals in pots and containers, and we fresh them all season long, and they give us color all the way through the season. If you put them in the ground, they're not sustainable, and it's a lot of work and money for not a lot of benefit. So I had somebody get me these pansies for my wife for Easter, which was great. And but I forgot to get potting mix, but we have some leftover starting seed mix that I'm amending with some compost. And I'm going to plant up these hanging baskets, and I go through here and I take out my rocks, and I got some shells from the compost, and then I'm going to hang, once I pot these up, I'm going to hang them in the front of the house, off the porch, and my wife's magic space where we watch sunset. I'll show you a little bit about a sustainable planter of perennials out front in a minute. Okay, I'm out front. This is a giant planter that I have in my yard year-round, and I have phlox, which is giving me winter interest, and I load this thing with evergreens, so all winter long it's like a big bouquet of winter greenery. And then the red twig dogwood works in with that greenery, which is nice. And this is a variegated one, so in the summer I'll have green and white leaves on it. And then I have some coral bells that I usually fill out in the middle here. I have two that have made it through the winter. I'll probably pick up a few more later on in the season. So temporarily I'm going to take and put some of the pansies in there because they're cold hardy annuals. We're not ready for any of our warm season annuals yet, or even our warm season vegetable gardening, because we still may have a frost. And from our phenology talk, the lilacs are not in bloom yet. So anybody can do a planter successfully, whether it be with annuals or with perennials, if you keep in mind these three things. Is that you have a pot, and that you have a thriller, which is the tall spiky thing that comes out of the middle. Then you have fillers, which are the stuff that fills up the mid-level. And then you have your spillers, the stuff that spills down over the edge. Now, you don't have to spill all the way around the edge. You can have the pot showing in a couple places, and that's perfectly fine. But that is a classic way to do pots, or even to do window boxes, or anything that is a container gardening. Just finished planting these up, and two other things is when you do container plantings, pack them tight. That helps reduce the weeds, and it keeps the sunlight from drying out the soils. They do need to be watered more often than regular plants. I often say like every day or every 2 days. So you see how those are looking up there, and my wife's happy place on the porch. So I encourage you all to think just a little bit about annuals, mostly about perennials, and I'll be talking later on this week about dividing perennials. Now is a great time. Hope you're all doing well and being safe. Thanks.